Hey guys, I'm Christian, and this is a rough overview of my life operating system and how I keep myself aligned with my purpose. So, your purpose is basically your vision, mission, core values, and your why. These are the things you set out for yourself and the things that you live by in your life. Your vision and mission are your measuring sticks for life. Your core values are your handbook for navigating your life, and your why or whys are your reasons for living your life. Now, your vision and mission will guide what goals you are going to set. And your goals will be achieved by the routines and systems that you create around it. And your core values will be achieved by knowing what behaviors fall under the core values that you set and building habits around it that allow you to sustain or live by the behaviors that fall under the core value that you want. However, in order for you to enforce your systems and habits, you need to be in control of something. You need responsibilities, and responsibilities are your vehicles for action. For example, for your behavior, you only and your habits, you only have one vehicle of action, which is yourself, right? Your vehicle of action or something you're responsible for that you have control on is yourself. So by building habits with yourself, you can or live by the behaviors that would eventually go to your core values that you set for yourself. Now, for your routines or systems, you have, let's say, your job or your company. You set routines or systems that would allow you to constantly move towards your goals, then eventually realize your vision and your mission. Okay? And your routines and systems with your goals reflect into your future or your external reality, while your habits or behaviors reflect into your internal reality or your character as a person. You can think of it as like driving a car towards a destination. Your character is what driver you become, and your responsibilities is what car you're driving. Now, in order to keep the car moving, you need systems and habits that would keep the wheels moving. And your why will keep the gas so that you continuously go towards your vision or mission, your destination, and allow you to steer with your core values. Okay? And your vision and mission will reflect into your external reality, your future. Right? While all the steering and habits that you have will reflect into the character of who you will become. Now, where does your goals and behaviors fall into? Right? Where does your goals and behavior fall into as means of measurement? Your GMAPs will measure how far you are from your vision and mission. So, are you moving towards or are you moving away from your destination? Now, your steering will then be guided with your GMAPs with the turns that you make. Are the behaviors or the behaviors you live by reflect the character you want to become? And that's just a very visual way of seeing how this entire operating system is represented into a visual. But if we were to apply this into life, use actual examples to explain further, you can set a vision of financial freedom, enough so that you can be at peace and away from the limits of financial incapacity. And your mission or your role, let's say you're a superhero, your role is to be a world class entrepreneur. Now, how would this guide your goals, your OKRs or KPIs? Let's say the goal you set is then $1 million net worth in 10 years. Okay? In order for you to move towards this goal that is guided by your vision and mission, you need vehicles of action or a responsibility you can control or you can influence. For example, usually it would be your part-time job and it could be your company. Now, what action or in this case, since we're talking about your vision and mission and your goals, what systems or routines can you implement that would support your journey towards your goals? Knowing that you have control over your part-time job and your company. In this case, in order to reach a $1 million network, you can set up a routine weekly learning time for yourself so that you can eventually reach a promotion for your part-time job and earn more money. Now, for your company, you would create a system or routine where every single one of you guys meet weekly to assess the direction and the progress of your company, to keep everyone accountable and aligned and moving. You see, these systems will be enforced on the responsibilities or vehicle of actions you have in order to achieve this goal. Okay? And you will know how far you are from your vision and mission by looking at your bank account. Okay, so how much is your net worth right now? And you can see it and compare it with your goals and see, okay, I'm still far. Right? Now, this then will reflect into your internal outcome, your external environment, which is financially free and a peaceful life, where you're just sitting down most of the time and having 4-hour work weeks, enjoying your life and knowing that anytime if anyone is sick, you have insurance, you have money to pay for hospital bills, for whatever comes your way. Okay? Now, how would this be then if it was for core values? Let's say you want to be a strong and disciplined person. That's the type of person you are modeling to become. We set what, in order to measure how or what's our progress towards this core value, we flesh out what behaviors mirror this core value. So the following would be: commits to what I said I do, shows up when necessary, prioritizes rationality over emotion, and renders physical strength when strength is needed. These are the behaviors that quantify and that would allow you to measure if you are indeed moving towards being a strong and disciplined person. Now, within your sphere of influence or within your life, what can you control that you can measure with these things or these lists, these bullet points that you have influence on, that would allow you to go towards your core value? And the simple answer is yourself. So you can control your mental, physical, and emotional state so that you can mirror and these behaviors, so that you can measure if you are indeed going towards being strong and disciplined person. Now, how can you support this? Right? Knowing you can control yourself, what action, what habit can you set that would allow you to live by these behaviors naturally, without the friction of constantly thinking what you're gonna do? And that is to hit the gym 3 times a week for powerlifting training and 2 times cardio. Okay? Because it'll build your discipline to commit to what you said you do when you're gonna hit the gym, show up at the gym, prioritize your rationality over your feeling of being lazy, and become a physically strong person by training in powerlifting. Right? So that's how this habit is then implemented into your vehicle of action, yourself, measured with your behaviors to know how far you are from the core value that you set, which is to be strong and disciplined. And this will reflect into your internal reality, which is your character. And in this case, it's to be a man of discipline. So I hope this made sense and you guys got some insights on how I really plan and live my life. If you got some questions, comment down below.